Hey guys, welcome to PhattChat. The best place to be Monday nights, 10 p.m. is right here.
Saw the future. One of these days, I'm gonna be sitting at a table with 3 kids, and one of those kids is gonna call me out for buying a Call of Duty for the multiplayer.
I'm gonna take your mic. I'm gonna take your mic. I'm gonna do it. It's mine. It's mine now. You can
DLC.
You can have it back. Yeah. All right. I just kind of you jumped in, man. I like it.
But he dies. No, you pay $2,000. You just get really wasted and wake back up with a. That's not true at all. That's just like life now. They said you were in. You're gonna get memed again. Oh no, you. Let me
PhattChat.
Why'd you make the mics live?
You made the mics live
at the worst moment in time,
or arguably the best moment in time. Welcome to the podcast, you guys. This is PhattChat. I'm your host, Brandon. To my right is Mr. Joshua, and you guys missed some terrific.
We were talking about words I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah, dude. Well, okay. Let's be fair.
I can say them. I'm just choosing not.
Yeah.
To say
okay.
them.
Right. Yeah. It's probably better
My hair.
that he doesn't say
shave my head.
To not saying them before the podcast. Right as he's saying these words, Peter's like, mics are live. We're like, oh, tough decision. And sitting down now is Mr. Peter. How's it going, sir?
Ugh.
That wasn't a real
That was an expression.
statement.
People say it every day.
That's not true. Who says it every day?
You don't know.
Is that new? No, it just looks new.
It's because I take care of my things.
That's not true. Peter does not take care of his things. Peter buys warranties and breaks things and uses warranties. That's what he does. And I'm not saying that. He hasn't done that with that. I'm just saying Peter does not.
I take care of my tablet. It's my workhorse.
Yeah, but Peter does not take, in general, right? Peter doesn't take care of
I need
things.
a nice
He
tablet.
uses them until they are destroyed.
I need a nice tablet because, like, now in this like day and age, being a dungeon master or a game master, whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
The tablet is like the most quintessential part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I still got pieces of paper. I actually,
Gotta get up with the
I've
times, man. Cut
upgraded
the
where I
cords.
email myself a Word pad that I've typed in. So
Word.
and I read off of that. But having a tablet, I'd be able to do like maps and shit. And I can like cast that shit to a TV so people can see the map. And there's apps out there where you can draw Fog of War on there, so you have discovery as they move through the dungeon.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's pretty cool, but I don't have any of that shit because the tablet I have at home was sold to me by a really, really shitty salesman.
They slung it. Oh, well, okay.
They slanged
I'm gonna
it.
say it was
like,
really.
it's free.
I'm gonna say it was a really good sales.
No.
He got you to buy something
no,
you
he
don't want
I
or
didn't
need.
buy it, cunt. I said it. There was a word. See, I can't stop saying
You
it.
can't
I
not say it.
apologize.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Good salesman though. He sold you something you don't need,
I didn't buy
want,
it.
and
I
you're
didn't
spending
fucking
too
buy
much
it.
money
Number
on
one, I didn't buy it.
You did buy it. You signed a 2-year contract on it too.
Number two, I didn't sign any fucking contract. Not my name.
Someone did.
Yeah. Number three, I'm pretty sure you didn't get fired.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't work there anymore.
All I know is, all I heard is this salesman sold me things I don't want. I'm spending money on it I don't need to use, and the tablet sucks. Sounds to me like a terrific salesman.
No, he didn't sell it to me.
He's really bad at customer service.
Took it home and he took your money. He sold it to you.
I did not take it home. I have it at home.
It was
There's a
it
difference.
was brought to your household.
He tried to sell it to me. I told him to go fuck himself. And so he sold it to my girlfriend. So,
which once again, terrific salesman. He's like, well,
truthfully, I was just quiet in the corner staring at phone cases the whole fucking time in the
person
store.
A doesn't want it. I'll sell it to person B. Either way, I'm getting the money and they're walking out with shit they don't
No one
need.
sold it.
Terrific.
To be fair, you've also come home with one of those towels before.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the worst phone in the world. Thank God you got rid of that thing.
I mean, the phone was
The iPhone?
No, you had the Vista before his current phone, like that everyone had. But it was just like,
It was
God,
cheap
that thing
and
was
it did
annoying.
its job. And
They come back now with people that are like, I need help with my phone. This piece of
Dude,
garbage.
I cannot wait till World War III and all the phone systems go down.
that's what we need.
That's what I'm excited for.
Another
every morning.
world war. That's what I get up every day. I check
Well,
the
dude,
news.
the
I'm like, I
internet's
hope
gonna
this
go
is happening.
down. The internet will go down. Electricity will go away.
people will go away. It'll be great.
I thought about that the other day when our power went out, the electricity went out, and the internet was out together. I was like, man, this is what World War III
No, the
would feel like.
electricity didn't even go out.
Yeah,
The internet was
the
out.
internet and the air conditioning.
Yeah, the air conditioning was out.
I was like, this is
And
what
then
World War III would
the
feel like.
internet went out, and there was even like, the internet will be back at this time, and it was back exactly when they said it was. And Peter was just like, "This is what wars
What you
feel
could
like."
do is you could do what I do when
That's
I
what the
get
Russians would
fucking
do
bored.
first: cut off the internet and air conditioning.
Rather than rely on electricity, I go outside with some foam board and make some stuff. Yeah. Okay. First off, a lot of stuff is ingrained. Most things are ingrained with the internet now. The one thing that doesn't have to be ingrained in the internet are fucking people. That's like the one thing. Like the one and like we lose track of the fact that credit card systems will go down. That means there's going to be no fucking digital currency whatsoever because everything's fucking.
Which means
digital
all your
these
money
days.
that's in banks is now gone.
No, that's not what that means.
frozen, at least.
Well,
All the
you
money-
don't have access to it.
First off, all the money in the banks is already gone.
Well, yeah,
You know how
it's-
banks work?
Yeah, I know exactly how banks work. But I'm saying, if internet goes down, you
If
will
the
not be
internet
able
goes
to get the
down,
money
that's
from
a
the
great
banks.
because that's one way to fight the globalists. Because then the globalists can't spread their fucking power. Okay.
And then those round earthers can go, they can't spread their word of hate.
Yeah, I can because I can walk around the world. Around the world. Without the internet, you will still have your memes because you can just fucking draw them, make
We
your
need
own
to start
memes.
that, start like a service
Be
where we just
living
mail
meme.
people memes.
just mailing memes. Dude, people would, I bet
Oh
you,
fuck, we should do
I
that.
bet you people would pay outlandish amounts of money to send give us an address and we'll mail somebody a random fucking meme. I bet you people would pay out the wazoo for that shit. Like, you think about how ridiculous it is.
100%. I would only send pictures of dick butt.
You just open up some mail and it's just a crappy ass meme from 3 years ago. You're like,
3 years ago, dick butt's way older than
I
that.
don't give a shit about this. Just fucking cat. I can has cheeseburger. You're like, fuck off.
Yes.
All right, you guys, we're doing it.
That's what you do. Just postcard memes
We're doing it.
as a service.
We're gonna start doing that shit, man. You guys heard it here first. We're gonna start mailing memes.
Let's do it. I'll start.
PhattChat, you guys, episode 76, where we just came up with the idea of mailing memes.
And we support World War III.
Well,
I-
he supports World War III.
33% of Fat Island Gaming agrees that World War III should exist. The other 66%
One in three pigs thinks World War
Good thing
III.
nobody listens to this show.
Yeah, well,
All of a sudden, there's SWAT team's gonna break in. You're all gonna watch us get arrested.
why? Because we're talking about something that, the headlines, everyone wants the world to end. That's just the commonplace thing.
Maybe not everyone.
Not everyone.
Okay,
Not this guy.
governments, religions, the globalists, the
Me and
Illuminati.
Brandon don't want the world to end. We're pretty good.
I'm
flat
pretty
earthers.
solid with the way the world. I mean, there could be things that are better, but if we just keep on keeping on, I feel like we're solid. We're not just here to talk about if the Earth is round or not. We are here to talk about video games. Pro gaming may soon eclipse sports like basketball and baseball as far as audience watch. So this actually comes from a people who've been tracking trends, study by Unibet. They were saying that in let me see.
They're saying fucking esports are gonna overtake basketball.
As far as people watching, yeah. So
I don't know if that's entirely
esports
accurate.
esports in 2012 went from 76 million occasional watchers and 56 million frequent viewers. In 2017, they jumped up to 194 million casual watchers and 191 million frequent viewers. They even showed, what was the actual number?
Okay, but I feel like that's skewed because people who watch basketball, it's not measured accurately. How many people watch basketball by themselves? There's always multiple people around the TV.
Probably a good chunk.
And not every TV is measured, just 1% of the TVs. Not even that.
The last reporting they did, the League of Legends multiplayer online
my
battle
God.
drew in 36 million views, while the last game of the 2016 NBA Finals drew in 31 million views.
Okay, and then you add the World Championship for soccer, and none of that matters.
And I also got to,
They didn't say soccer.
bring in.
They
no,
didn't
first
say.
off,
They said
Sure.
basketball
Bring in-
and baseball.
You're right.
No,
They didn't
what
say
you need to bring
football?
in
Nobody
is
watches
you have to
baseball.
realize in actual sports, people stop watching because their team gets kicked out.
Yep.
Example, hockey playoffs, I'm not watching the rest of them.
Yep.
Because all the other fucking team are a bunch of dumb cunts.
They also attribute it to as people are aging and stuff like that. Like a lot of the people who are like, you know, people who watch sports were like heavily our parents and stuff like that watch a lot of sports because they grew up playing sports and stuff like that. So they have like some sort of connection to their child, and that's what they're playing.
Meanwhile, our saggy fat ass bodies, we can't fucking lift a fucking table to save our lives. I gotta hire a whole bunch of fucking old dudes.
A bunch of millennials grew up playing video games. So as they're going, their attention is now getting geared towards.
Call me millennial, but I've never watched
esports.
A fucking full match of Dota ever.
Because that game doesn't interest you, right? But
well,
as
what you also have to like, the thing is like you can't. The esports is. You can't have fucking like rotating tournaments that go to stadiums and shit like that and have that whole.
They do exactly that.
No, but like,
I was like, they do exactly
no,
that.
they don't do exactly that.
Yeah.
No, they do not.
No,
you show up and there's a bunch of fucking you neck-bearded fucks in a goddamn arena sitting around like, woo, smacking some shit together.
Yep.
They're big
They're not
tournaments,
serving
they're not
hot
like,
dogs. You're not getting fucking wasted. You're not outside in the fucking sun. Dude, there's no like great fanfare. When you have your whole fucking arena digitally you're watching, you can get the same exact fucking thing if you were in a room full of 5 people watching it on a TV in your house eating fucking hot dogs you just boiled up because your mom fucking taught you how to do that. You can't cook anything else.
Have you seen those fucking tournaments, dude? They fucking pack stadiums full of people.
Why though? It's fucking retarded.
Why
it's the stupidest thing that is happening in gaming.
He's right though. Like you can't even see the fucking screen.
Why do thousands of
better from your
people?
house.
Why do thousands of people go fucking pack into a fucking football stadium where you're in the fucking bleachers far as shit and you can't even fucking see what you're looking at? No, that's shit.
The people you fucking.
Your statement works for esports. If you're
no,
there,
it doesn't.
You're there for
You're not
esports.
there because you're fucking the arena's down there.
But like,
dude,
in football, I get it. Like, I don't even like sports, but football is like people moving as players. But like, if you're watching me play, like I'm like, click, click. It's not interesting.
Oh, yeah, you're talking too fast.
You're just about the screen.
Peter, have you ever been to like a big sporting event?
Plenty.
The only
Okay. Have you ever had bad seats?
Yeah, all the
It's
time.
shitty as fuck. You can't tell what's going on, and you end up watching a fucking screen
I would
anyways.
Still no.
But it's dumb. Okay,
not
because
the same.
esports. The one reason esports is going to take off is because because the one thing fucking all millennials have in common is everyone's fucking arrogant prick, and we all think we're a fucking expert at whatever we're an expert at. Like we're three of fucking douchebags sitting at a table pretending to be experts about video games.
Okay, let's be honest.
But
I
we
am
know
an
just as
expert.
much as you. And we're just trying to give you guys news and articles and digest them in such a way that's entertaining. That's what we do. We have no fucking more knowledge than you guys do. I mean, we immerse ourselves in it. But when you go watch esports, everyone's a fucking expert. Everyone can fucking narrate the shit that's going on. The fucking narrators half the time watching it, they have no fucking clue what's going on. They're like, oh, I gotta switch over to this guy. He's going down for the middle lane, and let's go shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that. You can watch this shit. Like, that's just the thing. I'd rather watch, if I want to watch someone play a fucking video game, I'd rather there be one dude. I want to be fucking entertained by it. I don't want to watch fucking 10 well overpaid fucking people who just sat around fucking drinking Mountain Dew playing Call of Duty their entire life and will never amount to a single fucking thing and offer society absolutely fucking nothing.
You could argue that you could argue that exact same thing about people who play golf, right? People who golf, are they really contributing to society at all? No, they're fucking sitting there on their ass playing a goddamn sport, getting paid millions.
That's not true either, because like Tiger Woods fucking worked the fuck out. Like that dude is buff.
Athletes.
What is he contributing to society?
That's not the.
They're contributing entertainment, right? And if people
No,
are that is what you're contributing.
They built youth program models that promote health. They build charity funds that promote these things. Okay, you play games for fucking charity. That's not how charities work. You give that fucking $80 million to charity.
That's exactly how charity works.
$1 million goes to those fucking kids. The other fucking $79 million goes to the people who built the charity. That's what charities are built for, is so people can make fucking easy money. They take good people's intentions and they fucking take your money.
You guys know what this sounds like, right?
A conspiracy?
No, this sounds like old people who don't understand that shit progresses and changes.
No,
and that
charities
I'm
do
sure-
not progress and change.
No.
People, look at the fucking Black Lives Matter
I'm not
movement, dude.
talking about charity.
How do we get to Black
I'm not
Lives
talking
Matter?
about
Like
charity.
that's like
right?
it's like a whole fucking movement, charity act. It's a progressive fucking act. They just made money, and as soon as they made a lot of money, they
Nobody's.
fucking
I'm
quit,
not
dude.
talking charity,
But
right? I'm
but
talking
like,
about sports because I'm
sports,
sure when people.
It's not a sport.
I'm sure when people.
It's not a fucking sport.
I'm sure when people
It's
we're
not a
like,
fucking
we're
sport.
gonna start public, like we're gonna make basketball. We're gonna show that on TV, and we're gonna make it public. I'm sure there was a bunch of old people like you who were like, nobody's gonna fucking watch people play a game. That's fucking asinine. Why would they pay for that? That's boring as shit. That's stupid. And now what? It's one of the fucking biggest industries around, right?
I never
It's the
said
same
people wouldn't
shit.
do it. I just don't understand why. It's not a fucking sport. There's the fucking stupid ass scholarships now. It's
How's that
hard enough to
stupid?
fucking get into school. Now everyone's going to be like, I'm going to fucking game to get in school. And then when they don't do it, and all they've sat there and all these fucking kids have ever done, rather than pick up a book and study their fucking ass off and actually learn something, these kids, they've just sat around fucking playing these fucking video games rather than doing anything progressive with their
So-
fucking time. And they go to get these scholarships.
So what you're
they
saying-
can't fucking cut the cheese. What do they have left for them? A fucking stupid ass call center job, working at fucking Quick Trip for the rest of their
You know,
fucking
people
life?
need to do those jobs, right? People need to. People
But-
need
but-
to work at
but
QC.
Did you not just fucking hear what I said?
No, I did. But
You're
you seem
going to give these fucking kids this illusion of hope, and they're going to get fucking crushed, and their whole lives are going to be riding on a dream that they can't fucking accomplish.
What do you think happens to people who are pushed into playing football since
Yeah.
they were a young
It's the same
kid?
thing. They get
It's the same exact thing,
Yeah.
but
So how come it's right?
sports.
How come it's right that
sports
people
is
do it
way
there but not
no,
here?
Sports is way more proliferated because there's so many fucking programs out there that you get into.
Okay. So
But with esports,
No.
it's not a fucking sport.
You were
it
just-
doesn't promote health.
you were
it
just
doesn't promote
bitching.
change.
No, you were just bitching that people are starting all these programs to promote these esports.
They do. No.
Let me. No. I've let you. Okay. You just said the reason sports are fine is because there's so many avenues for people to use as an outlet. But then before that, you were like these fucking people starting scholarships for esports. So people are now trying to create extra avenues and extra reason for people to get good at these sports.
It's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to conduct society.
Either is drinking alcohol.
What the
But we
fuck-
have bars where people can go drink alcohol. That's not
You're
healthy.
You're
That's
reading
not
too much into my
contributing to
fucking. You're
society.
reading too much into my words.
No, that's what it is.
You're reading way too many of my fucking words. Okay.
You're saying words, and I'm using them.
It's what I'm talking about the fucking mental health of our youth, which is already at a fucking dastardly low. There's more fucking teen suicides now than there has ever fucking been.
And that has to do
And
with
then
video
what you're
games?
gonna do is you're gonna have these fucking kids who play video games. I've been playing Minecraft my whole fucking life. I'm gonna go get a scholarship. Doesn't get it. Boom! Fucking done. And you know what it is?
That's
It's
a
all
bit
based on the
intense.
fucking stupid ass fucking dream that you could be a fucking pro gamer.
I don't think.
No such thing. You cannot be a fucking pro gamer. And if you do, good luck on you. Because you're going out against every single fucking piece of shit out there that has tried to be a fucking pro gamer. And the ones that have actually fucking made it,
Yep.
they're fucking destroyed for life. What can they do when they get done? They have no transferable skills. They're not fucking
To be
entertaining.
fair, I know people who got basketball scholarships too that like work regular jobs and they just got A's just by default in
Yep.
school.
And
Like,
so so you play.
but I agree to the point like I don't understand watching it. It's fucking dumb, and I don't think it is necessarily a sport.
Esports is
I think
retarded.
that's just a word problem that we have, like labeling it. It's something, but not a sport. If people
It's
want to
what
watch
it's
it,
been
people can do what the
called.
fuck they want.
It's
I
been
don't care.
called an esport, so I didn't make up the term.
That's
I'm
semantics.
using the term that's being used, right?
I don't think
didn't
it's
make
not
it up.
fucking news. You shouldn't ever bring it up. It's
No,
stupid.
it is news though, right?
It's disgusting. Like,
They-
it's fucking disgusting. It's a
we've
disgusting
hit a point,
trend.
We've hit a point where people are watching esports just as
It's on
much as
frickin'
regular
ESPN
sports.
now.
That is a fact. That is news, and obviously it got you riled up, right? So it fucking matters
No,
to
you
people.
got me riled up.
It matters to people, right? That's the way it is. Like it matters. The thing that we are talking about, video games, is now as big as fucking regular sports. 10 years ago, if you had told somebody,
and it's so fucking hopeless. It's so
Why?
fucking hopeless. There's no fucking hope for us as humanity because of this.
this
It literally makes me
went
want to
way
fucking
bigger
go
for us.
home and swallow pills and never fucking do this shit again.
esports is the reason that the world is falling apart.
One of them. It's just a fucking symptom of it.
No, I
We're a
mean,
bunch of fucking lazy pieces of shit. I myself am one, and I have no fucking room to say it. I just
no. The world the world moves forward, right? And the world goes through fucking trends,
Competitive eating is a sport.
right? And that's not healthy.
Not fucking sport.
Luckily, not enough people watch that to make it big. But
Why can't people just play them
That's
fucking video
not
games,
true.
dude?
It's just like any sport, though, right? So that's
Play
the
fucking
reason
video
we
games.
have entertainers, right? Because people always argue, like, why do these entertainers get paid millions of dollars? All they do, like, let's not even say sports, right? A singer. Why does a singer get paid millions of dollars to just sing?
that is
right?
definitely like a huge problem with our society.
But the reason is, right? So, and I'm not saying I agree with it, right? But what these people do is they entertain millions
And
of
they
people.
take a couple bucks from each person, and it adds up to millions.
Correct.
But I guess that's a problem with capitalism. I don't know.
And that's a whole different issue, right?
And
that's,
TV.
That's not something we need to get into, right? But that's its own issue in itself, right? But the reason these people get paid millions is because they entertain enough people to make it profitable. At the end of the day, it all comes down to money, right? And that's where esports is coming to. That's where regular sports came from. People started playing sports. Someone said, not enough people are going to watch this. Enough people started watching it. All of a sudden, it became worth money. So they started advertising it. It got bigger and bigger. More people viewed it. It was worth more money. Yep. Same thing with esports. I'm sure when Twitch launched, people were like, there's no fucking way.
To be fair, I
This
still
is
don't
a
understand,
fucking
like,
business model.
I don't even understand how like regular fucking sports, like even an extension of what he feels like basketball. Like every year, the same people play the same people, and the same matches happen, and the same.
Trust me. I don't.
One or two outcomes happen, and
I watch less
repeat
esports than I do regular sports, which I don't watch.
Yeah.
So like, it's I don't necessarily watch either one of these, but the way that's just the trend that it's going, right? There is enough people watching esports where it is now combating against regular sports. Obviously, if the trends keep going that way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that though, because like we played fucking basketball on the TV at work all day long. People watch that all day long, and there's no way to measure that. You know what I mean?
Can you count
But
people walking in and watching it is watching it? Like if they come into your store to
feel
like
like you
grab a
could.
phone?
Some people sit there for like an entire game and watch it.
Okay, so that might count, right? But like,
There's
that's
no way
gotta
to
be
measure
Yeah,
that
but when
shit.
you walk into a workplace, no one's sitting there talking about, did you see FaZe Clan's match last night?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you
But-
hear about,
but
did you see
online,
U of
though-
A's game last night?
No, it's
like,
true.
That's what
It's
you
All
true,
the
see.
right?
time. And
Yeah.
online though, you can measure every single view.
Correct.
You have that as an
Correct.
advantage.
So
Correct.
basically,
Sports,
take
you
what
can't.
esports has and triple it. I guarantee you that's what the true model,
At the minimum,
an average model of what actually
Yeah.
watches sports.
That's okay.
No, I know. You're
These
just
are
delivering
numbers.
The news.
These are numbers from a team.
You're just
whose
delivering this.
job
I just
is
think
to
that it's
report
like
this, right?
it's been a problem with TV forever though. Like how many favorite
Like
series are being
5,000
canceled?
people.
Like
Yeah.
Firefly,
Sure.
because fucking Nelson is retarded.
This is the most retarded rating ever,
Yeah,
right?
so
But it's undeniable that like esports are coming up. They're becoming bigger. Schools are offering scholarships for them. There's more
Maybe
avenues for
I wouldn't
it.
be so mad if they played games that weren't fucking Call of Duty and League of Legends.
and Dota.
And Dota and CS:GO, right?
It's fucking
And-
all those are trash games. And
and see,
trash
that's-
games are trash.
Dude,
people.
I would totally watch it if it was like a big RPG that actually took
Maybe
some
not.
brain power.
And see, that's where actually I think, I think that's why this news is exciting to me, right? Is because like right now it is very niche, right? It's very like FPS or like fucking MOBAs, like that's.
It's never evolved
What
from
is
that though. It's
esports?
just like that brain dead bird shooter fucking thing.
But
I don't know.
that's not necessarily true because there's people like Critical Role, right? So they do a fucking D&D match online, and it's actually people watch it and stuff because it is
a match.
a game, whatever, you
It's
know.
a s- that's different. That's a story.
But once again,
That's like watching a show.
the
but
bigger
you don't know.
Critical
No one,
Role
but
is-
none of the actors know the outcome of the show. That
Correct.
sounds a lot more fun than.
But as
fucking-
esports gets bigger,
true. Is that-
video games on networks and stuff like that becomes bigger. The fact that we have
I
shows
think
like
it's gonna
The Guild
take
and
away
shit like
from
that,
the
like-
platform that we're trying to achieve. It's gonna take away from the platform that the actual people who do stuff on YouTube are trying to achieve, and it's just gonna take away from that because that's how money works. Once money starts fucking talking, people are gonna be like, "Oh well,
Yeah.
our views are going to YouTube. Our views are going to these Twitch users. We got to figure out a way to stop that." And he who holds the fucking cash controls the world.
It's
yeah.
you know that is like an overarching story problem that we have is like as video games become bigger and get more monetized, the bigger companies come in and steal the money, and then they start producing fucking shit like
Yep.
THQ.
Yep.
We
Comes
get-
in and buys everything.
we get
and
garbage
then-
Vivendi, like
Yep.
people just coming in who have no idea what this is about
Correct.
and destroying what we love. So that could happen, and it has happened. Like the games that we get today are very different from what we got 20 years ago.
Oh,
You
100%.
could say it better,
Right.
but
Let's talk about something
Yeah.
different.
It can go either way, right? But either way, it's undeniable that they're getting
transition to the
bigger,
next
and
article.
that's just hey, I was not done.
I'm done. He's done.
Well, I am done now.
all right, what's next?
Of course, probably the biggest news this last week is that Call of Duty World War II got officially announced.
Was it
tons
official or did it
happened.
just get leaked all over the place?
It was leaked, but then no one ever knew if it was alleged or just a placeholder.
I think it got leaked. They did announce that it's definitely coming out, and then fucking everything got leaked for it. So there's like screenshots of the actual game. Beta was supposed to get fucking got leaked. Co-op, fucking, essentially like the whole game just got leaked. Like here's fucking Call of Duty.
It was all the press stuff for it.
There we go. So definitely Call of Duty World War II is coming out.
That's the stupidest fucking name.
World War II? Oh, is that the name of it? World
Yeah.
War II, literally?
Call
What's
of
the
Duty
fucking name of it?
World War II.
That's fucking retarded.
Because now we're gonna see fucking Activision that anytime someone uses World War II, they're gonna be like,
There's
"That's
no
copyright."
way they can fucking. Oh my god.
Once I think
Yeah,
I know everyone's
will.
super excited, right? Call of Duty going back to its roots, blah, blah. I think it's a bad idea.
Really?
I do. I talked about it a couple podcasts ago. I think people are too comfortable with fucking Call of Duty's fast Twitch shooter, jumping around, crazy.
I think it's different, and I think that okay, for Call of Duty, sure, everyone's like a jumpy. Play those fucking games. I don't give a shit. Going back to like World War II, settled down, born to its fucking boots on the ground approach is going to be cool. I think this, from what I've seen of this game, it's going to take more of a brothers in arms approach to storytelling.
I think it's going to appeal more to like us.
I hope so.
You don't know. What the
Yeah,
fuck
to be
I
fair,
like.
like there's people who are like used to the twitchy Call of Duty. They like I don't give a shit about what they want. I want like a real Call of Duty. I want my Medal of Honor is what I want.
It'll sell. It doesn't matter what
Yeah,
it
it doesn't
is.
matter.
It'll sell.
Yeah.
Because look at fucking Infinite Warfare.
Oh my
That
god.
sold, and the
Yep.
real reason it sold is because of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare,
Just
or not
'cause
no, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Whatever.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
Modern
1.
Advanced Infinite Warfare.
And the reason that the Modern Warfare 1 sold is because that's Call of Duty at its root. There's no jumping around. It's just pure fucking skill. Like, and the whole jumping around stuff, that's a skill. But once you have too much verticality in a game, it just becomes unfair because, like, or not unfair, but just it doesn't appeal to me. Like, Titanfall 2, probably a great game. A lot of people fucking loved it. I didn't have fun with it because granted, when I was playing the demo, I was just beginning to start playing the console again, and I unfortunately got too ingrained in my like fucking Arma roots, which is the slowest fucking first-person shooter you can play.
And Titanfall 2 was like crazy fast paced. But see, when I pick up Titanfall, Titanfall 2, right? I knew exactly what to expect, right? I played Titanfall 1. I knew it was jump around, jetpacks, there's fucking robots flying around. Like, it's crazy, futuristic, stupid jump around, right? And people have now become accustomed to that with the Call of Duty series, is that same fast-paced Twitch shooter. Now, personally, I think World War II Call of Duty is going to be way more fun. It's going to appeal way more to me. I think I'm actually going to enjoy it.
It's still going to have speed. It's Call of Duty.
But see,
Call of Duty's always had speed.
I just hope it doesn't though. Like
no, but it always has.
Can
you
you-
play Call of Duty Big Red 1, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2.
I know what you're saying, but
They all had
can
speed.
you mix speed with World War II? Like those guns don't
They,
reload
that,
that
that's
quick.
how the
like,
Call of Duty
there's-
franchise built its name. It was a fast
Twitch shooter.
It was fast
Yeah.
It was a fast-paced Call of Duty. You
You're
didn't
still gonna have to like reload, and you're still gonna have to fucking like do shit. The tanks don't move that quick back then.
And
like
that's my disconnect, right? Is because I agree with
they've-
I agree with Josh, right? Is Call of Duty has made its name off of being a fast Twitch shooter. That's just what it is.
I
That's why
wouldn't call it
people buy
Twitch.
it's
It
become
doesn't hold a
Twitch,
fucking
but-
candle to Quake.
No, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, agreed. But that's what it's built its entire existence off of, is just being fast and sharp, right?
It's just fast-paced. There's the speed, good pacing to it. Like
It makes you feel like a badass when you're. On a run.
it's cinematic. That's the deal of it. It's not and then Battlefield slows things down a little bit, adds more of a tactical approach to stuff, and then
It's a little grittier.
and it's just where you are on the spectrum of your military shooters. And honestly, if you're fucking playing it, you're wargaming. That's fun. If you're having fun, you playing it. That's good. I don't fucking hate Call of Duty.
I just hope for me that like it is a little bit slower, and I hope that like they try to be more authentic than competitive, so I can enjoy it.
But that's not what that's and
I
that's,
know, but I
that's-
hope
that's
for
where
me.
I feel, and that's exactly my point.
If I see
That's
like
why
a
I
dude
think-
fucking run up a wall, like I'm out.
That's why I think this Call of Duty is going to fail, right? Because you
I-
have
Call of Duty will never
I
fail,
bet
no matter
you-
what.
I bet you they're gonna add some form of verticality.
If there is like even a perk, like a 10 kill
But-
streak perk where you get a jetpack, no, I'm just.
No,
I
there's gonna be
feel
like a
I
grappling
feel
hook
I
or
feel like that
something.
verticality is going to come into the point of like actually like climbing buildings.
Yep, like a grappling hook, shit like that.
You know,
We-
multi-story things. I mean, look at fucking look at some of the places they fought in.
I mean, I'm okay with staircases, but like.
No, I just it's
with all
gonna
that
it's gonna
gear and
run
shit
that
on your back. Like you don't fucking climb up walls like
it's
Spider-Man.
gonna run that problem, right? Where there's people like you who want it to be slower World War II authentic. There's gonna be people who are so comfortable with the Call of Duty model that it is, and they're gonna want it to be fast and slow. And I bet you they're gonna ride it right down the middle and piss everybody off. It's still gonna sell great, of course, but everyone's gonna fucking hate
I
it.
won't get pissed off because I have no expectations. I just hope. Like if it's crap, I'll be like, yep. What did I think?
I swear to God, guys, this game is just gonna fucking fall apart. It's just gonna be absolutely terrible.
I don't think that's possible, no matter what.
It's just gonna happen, right? People are gonna buy the shit out of it for sure, but it's just gonna be horrible. Halo 2, Halo Wars 2 DLC gets delayed.
I just realized. I saw that the other day. Actually, I just realized that Halo Wars 2 was out.
Yeah.
Apparently came out, and I just.
Yeah. The DLC got delayed because it has game-breaking bugs. If there's any reason to delay anything, it's because it breaks your
I
game.
didn't like the first Halo Wars because you could just spawn warthogs and win.
You just win with the word.
Really?
Yeah, no. If you get enough warthogs, nothing can fucking stop you.
Jesus, I was reading that in this one, apparently, like the bases you can only build like on predetermined spots or something.
I don't know why
Weird.
people didn't like Ghost too much. Ghost is a very slower paced Call of Duty.
I think that's why, though, right?
Probably.
I think the story was pretty piss ass.
Oh, I did not play Story. I played the
Did you-
multiplayer.
I played
Did you
through
buy
the
Call of
first
Duty to play the
3.
story, Peter?
It was pretty
No.
trash. I mean, I will
Thank
say
you.
the game as compared to other Call of Duties was trashier, but I liked it because it was the slower paced combat. The maps were just retarded to me. That was it.
As far as Halo Wars go, I love strategy games, and I think the idea of bringing a strategy game to console is daring, but I don't think it's not the right decision. It's just not.
Wars 1 sold pretty well, and people like it.
But that's the
Whatever makes them
argument, though,
money.
right? Is at the end of the day, strategy games, right? If you want to get serious about any strategy game, any of those like top down, fucking real time strategy, turn based or anything like you have to play it on a PC, right? You have to have that full control.
You need to bring Command and Conquer back.
You need to be able to truly look at your
Like
fucking field, select your
No, it's
armies, make all the decisions. I was watching fucking Josh run through some Total War Warhammer the other day, right? And I couldn't even fathom trying to do any of that shit with a controller. And I'm like, you guys both know me. I'm controller like all the way. I'd rather play a first person shooter with a controller.
I know.
than
What
a
did we
mouse
play
and
the other day
keyboard.
that you were like, I can't do it? Borderlands.
Borderlands,
You
right?
had to you spent like 20 minutes trying to hook up the controller.
Yeah,
'cause
it was
couldn't
fucking. It was
figure out how to
frustrating me
play
with
it.
the fucking fucking mouse and keyboard. It's just fucking pissing me off, right?
First
and
person
I'm
shooter. I was like,
fucking-
why would you not want a mouse? So
I'm
you could just
controller
Hey.
all the way, but fucking strategy games are retarded with the controller. They just don't make sense.
Yeah.
So if you want to play
Or
a
if they-
strategy game,
If you do have a strategy game that works with a controller, it's very fucking flaccid.
Yeah.
one
How do you
dimensional.
like select the exact amount of units that you want? Things like that. I don't.
It's
I can't
just-
even
yeah.
wrap that around my head. I'm sure somebody's figured it out.
they like hit R2 and I don't it. Too much. If you
Yeah,
want to
the
play a good
keyboard, the
strategy
most
game-
important part because
Yeah.
of the shortcuts.
Yep.
Like especially in like Warhammer when you want people to like stay guard while other people fall back. Select the unit, shortcut, select the other unit,
Yeah,
shortcut,
you like
pull
group
back.
them up and stuff, and
Yeah,
I just
Holding Alt, pushing them forward,
Just
and
like
then like adjusting where you
general
want them.
statement. Any console game where a pointer like appears,
Yeah.
you're moving the pointer around with it.
You should
You've
be using
gone
a
like
mouse.
something's gone wrong
Yeah.
here.
So yeah, and that's where I'm getting at, right? Like
That's a
Halo
bad
Wars is a
Yeah.
great idea.
Even Stardew Valley does it. I was playing that on the
Yeah.
PS4. Like it brings up the cursor at some points. I'm like, why would you not just figure out how to do this without the cursor?
The only time it makes sense is in like Grand Theft Auto when you get on a computer.
Yeah, but that's
It's
simulation.
supposed to be janky and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, Grand Theft Auto controls are just janky. The games are great, but their controls are janky as shit. Halo Wars 2, great idea. Halo Wars 1, great idea. If you want a real
Surprised I
strategy
didn't even know
game,
if
get
it came out.
fucking-
Thought there was gonna be more fanfare.
a fucking like real ass goddamn.
Whoever like does the news on this fucking
no.
place like didn't tell me about it when it came out.
Specifically, I think that the reason Halo Wars 2 is not doing as well is because Halo 5 did not do as good.
100%.
That the people who did buy it, most of what I've heard has just been just.
Do you guys
negative
think
about
that
the
Halo has a realistic future like
Nope.
Halo 6?
Oh no, 100%.
After what they did, Halo 5, they're going in the wrong fucking direction.
I think you can
There were 1,000 directions to go in and like one wrong direction, and that's what they picked.
There's the game's changed hands. I think that's where we lose a bit of the disconnect. And sometimes a game can change hands, like Fallout, right?
Star Wars has changed hands.
And have they gotten better?
Yes.
Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront,
The
new
movies,
one.
cunt.
Is better. I was like, the Star Wars Battlefront game is better than Star Wars Battlefront 2, right?
No, absolutely fucking not. No, not the games.
And but it can't, right? Games can change hands and go in a great direction. Like I was just saying, Fallout, right? Like
Really?
Fallout 1 and 2 are like fucking super different.
But Fallout was, I think most of the people that were on that team came over.
But it is a different team, right? You can argue that everyone came over.
know
It's
specifics of that,
It's
but-
not the same. It's not the same team. Fallout
Yeah.
1 and 2 was not made by Bethesda.
It's made by Interplay.
Yeah, but
Fallout
I
3
think the people
was.
on that studio, like the Incepta, came over for the most part.
It was
believe-
pretty good.
I believe so.
Those old games really good. They just changed the direction. That's all
Yeah.
they did.
They did make a huge change.
Completely.
Yeah.
They overhauled it from a top-down fucking like
I still think
dungeon
they could've-
crawler to
kept the top-down dungeon crawl, and it could have been something great. I'm
I
not
don't
saying
disagree.
which
Wouldn't
direction I went, but
Amazing.
it wouldn't have been Fallout 3, Fallout 4. Great,
because
right?
people don't want to play those games.
Yeah, exactly. It
That's
appealed
just
to
how
a
it
larger
works.
audience,
Yeah.
and it was successful, right? But I think for a lot of things, especially when you have a game like Halo, right, which was so like critically acclaimed, it was so big, right, and then it changes hands to a different company, like right at its peak. That's hard, you know.
I think well, yeah, and then, like with Halo 4, it picked up some really good points on the story. They convoluted it a lot.
Yeah.
And then they added the fucking Forerunner enemies, which were just the biggest pains in the fucking dick in that game. Because it's like they give you all these like cool ass human weapons that I want to fucking use.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, they're trash on everything.
yeah.
You
I hate
know.
the flood. I'm just glad they got away from the swarm. That fucking shit got
The flood?
old. The flood, the swarm flood. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the flood were you just had to run in with a shotgun and
Fucking
just shotgun
annoying,
the
just
fuck out of 'em.
irritating.
Just get them close enough with that
It's
thing
like
and just blast
worst
the whole
video
fucking
game
thing of it.
enemy ever.
And that's the thing, right? Is it sucks, but no, Halo. I don't think it has a future. I don't think that.
And it's unfortunate because Halo's great.
I agree. I think they had a possibility, right? They could have done something good with Halo. Like you said, there's 1,000 right directions to go and one wrong direction, and they happen to take it that way. But the story's already so convoluted that trying to go back and fix it is just retarded. They just need to give up and just do something different.
Shame.
I have to say the Halo 3 to Halo Reach era of Halo was the best. Like hands down.
Halo Reach was my favorite, hands
Yeah,
down.
which is
Uh,
actually funny
which
because that was
nobody likes it.
343.
Halo Reach? No,
Mhm.
it was Bungie. That was Bungie's last one.
Yeah, it was Bungie. That's what they
Yeah, it was
left
their very last one.
Was it?
Mhm.
343 was Halo 4.
Yeah, but Reach wasn't part of the main like story or whatever
yeah.
or universe or something, and then everyone like most people say they hate Reach.
Why?
I
No,
reckon-
who says that?
Reach was
Most people I
great.
talked to about like that are Halo fans they don't like Reach, but I love Reach. I don't like ODST. I thought that one was garbage, but that's just
Nah,
me.
that's just 'cause you don't understand ODST.
Maybe right.
Maybe you're right.
That
The
was
whole
just
point of ODST was to play as ODST and show the events that happen in Halo
but
3
I'm
after you
a
left.
filthy casual. I just want to be the badass Spartan. I don't care about the
I want to be a
fucking.
buck. I want to be the filthy fucking. I want to be the filthy casual. That's why I play on Arma 3. There's an Operation Trebuchet mod, which is Operation Trebuchet, which was the operation where the UNSC invaded one of the planets. I want to say Harvest after the insurrectionists took over the planet. And so it's that era of Halo. So you have all these old Halo weapons, but it's an Arma, so it's all like real fucking tactical, and you're just the fucking grunts fighting other fucking grunts. There's no aliens, there's no fucking Spartans, and then like to me, that's where fucking Halo universe is the best. It's just when it's just fucking gritty combat warfare. It's like it could have been something like Warhammer, where it's just grimdark. It's just fucking just war. It's just badassery. But no, you had to fucking make it something mythological at this point.
Like they had to add in fantasy and like fucking go crazy, which was fine, but like
I really enjoyed
maybe that's how they save Halo, right? Is they 343
They turned
goes-
it into a first-person dungeon crawling RPG.
They just get rid of like the aliens and they go back to like this is like the
No, they
fucking
got rid of the
Spartan
aliens
wars
for the
and
most
shit,
part.
like, and we're just gonna have fucking Spartans fighting Spartans and humans fighting humans and like badass fucking.
Wasn't the last
suits
one
and-
everyone like going after the Spartans?
I didn't even fucking. No, everyone was chasing Master Chief
Yeah, right.
because
that's
he
what
was
I
the
meant.
bad guy,
No, he wasn't.
but like
Yeah.
he wasn't the bad guy,
That's
and
not
it
the
was like
story.
Yeah.
He went AWOL. And because he is technically UNSC property, they sent a team to go bring him back.
They had to go collect him.
And so you play between the two teams, and Master Chief is just defying orders because he hears voices in his head. He's like, Cortana's alive. I gotta go find her. The guy's like, hell no, you can't do that. And that's the whole fucking game.
That's the game in a nutshell.
Like that, I'd be like, I'm Master Chief. I do what I want.
Spoiler alert, Cortana lives, and she's a giant alien AI who is controlling the universe now or some bullshit.
Boom, spoiler. Sucks to be all of you if you guys didn't know.
Well, it's been out for a while, to be fair.
The Xbox Game Pass Alpha has ended, which suggests an upcoming release. Microsoft has said that they are getting close. The Game Pass, basically, if you were in the alpha, it will expire on April 28th, which is good news. They said that it rolled out. They fixed any bugs that they're running into it with it, but for the most part, the rollout was super smooth. People really enjoyed it, which is sweet because that's something I really want to see launch. I honestly didn't think it was going to come out as quick.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my girlfriend's graduating college, so she wants to play video games, and I have the PS4, so I figure I'll just get the Xbox with her. So she has options.
Nice.
Yep. Actually, in this, it will have Halo 5, NBA 2K16, or some of the bigger titles that have been announced for it. It said it is expected to actually launch to all Xbox owners spring. So we're really not super far away from it. Once again, this is one of those things that like Microsoft is just blowing fucking Sony away on. Like they're just doing this right.
But to be fair, like who's paying attention to that war? Backwards compatibility, kind of streaming. I don't know if they're like any cares anyway. It's neat.
Everyone wants to think that their console's more superior to the other console.
Of course, but I mean, like
really, when it boils
like
down to it,
but
you're all fucking bunch of losers.
Unless you have a PC.
Nope, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm just
Because
saying
if you're more concerned what your console can do over the other console rather than just sitting down and playing your fucking games, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah. I mean, really, I own both consoles. I
am
like,
a loser.
100% I'm a loser. Like, I've committed to that, right? But, no, I get what you're saying, right? Like, sit down and have fun. Like, I play fucking the games I love on my PlayStation, but then, like, I got into this fucking Sea of Thieves alpha, and I wasn't like, man, I sure wish this was on my PlayStation because my PlayStation would run it better. I'm like, nah, fuck yeah, dude. Sea of Thieves is going to be great. I'm going to bust out my Xbox and go play it. And I had a fucking blast with it. I think at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to, right? We all love our exclusives. And you can bitch all day like, oh, I like this controller more and I love this. And fuck off. Like at the end of the day, it's what game are you playing that you're enjoying, right?
Your love one console doesn't mean you have to hate
honestly cannot adapt to a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Between consoles, you shouldn't be fucking playing.
To be fair, though, the PS3 controller did give me cramps in my hand after like 3 hours. My hands cramped up, but like it was just like the shape of it, like pushed into my palm.
You fucking casual. Get out of here.
But no, really,
controller doesn't do it.
Really, at the end of the day, though, right? Like
playing my PS3.
Fucking play what's fun. If you only can pick one console, like that's all you have money for. That's all you want. Like
doesn't mean you have to shit on the other though.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, and to be fair, I support console wars 100% because I think that's what makes our consoles better. I think that's what makes our games better, right?
Yeah, console wars, but sure.
Once again, not a term
when
I
it boils down
created,
to
right?
it, when we have console wars, that doesn't matter to the companies. They don't give a shit about what we think.
Exactly, right?
Those opinions.
You guys need to stop nitpicking on terms that I'm using that are not my terms.
You
right?
do it to us all day fucking long.
I'm like, console wars, and you guys are like, these aren't. We don't need wars.
Okay.
I'm like, I didn't make up the term
Just
console
to
wars.
specify, console wars. When I think console wars, I think internet flame hate.
Okay,
I don't think that's necessary.
console skirmishes, Peter. Okay, is that better?
Competition.
The console skirmishes.
The corporate console competition.
Sure, exactly.
There you go.
The triple C.
The triple C, Peter. Is that better?
Yep.
Triple C. Does that sit better in your brain, right?
It does. The
God.
CCC.
Fucking people over here. I'm like, esports. You're like, it's not a sport. I'm like, I didn't make up the term. Console wars. Damn you, Brandon. This is not a war. Triple C's going on.
You're part of the CCC.
In the world. All right, Peter.
Nintendo Wii U all day. We have Wii U.
So that's like voting for like your retarded cousin, right? Like, I mean, sure, like you want him to succeed. You don't want his life to suck, but like really, he's not really in the battle, right? He's not.
He's just a niche politician. It's just like having a niche politicians from some podunk fucking Vermont or something.
Like, sure, like his ideas sound great, but like no one's gonna really vote for him or back him. You're gonna get like this 3%.
Everyone's a Nintendo fan, but no one bought it.
Exactly.
Like-
Yeah, welcome to the world of Nintendo. We actually talked about that a bunch ago, right? So everyone's like, why is Nintendo gonna fail? And they're like, because Nintendo, especially like with the Switch, right, is because the people who are buying the Switch aren't selling people the Switch. They're saying, you're wrong if you don't like it. And people are like, why am I wrong? They're like, no, you're just wrong. It's like,
I got the
why?
Nintendo Switch outsold the PS4 thrown in my face a lot lately.
The what?
The Nintendo Switch outsold PS4 in its first
Oh,
month.
1 month.
In its launch month. I'd hope it outsold a like 5-year-old console in its launch month, but
Yeah. And the
That's more-
PS4 is only trending to be one of the like
I mean,
the
we can
best-selling
defend it with all we
consoles
want.
ever.
Good job, Nintendo.
We said that last week, right? Good job, Nintendo. You
I
guys
even
are
still buy
fucking-
one when there's like 20 games on the shelf.
Yeah, it's just trapped in this fucking logic where we have to like justify why it outsold in launch, but besides, like maybe it's a pretty good console to play.
Maybe because it's the month it
May-
launched. And
Maybe it's fun. Yeah, they pulled the plug on the fucking NES, and then they're bringing
Okay.
out the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Are they really? They
Yeah.
bring out a Super.
a Super Nintendo classic.
They're like,
right?
well, that last one failed. Let's just fucking
It was
do
selling
what we
really
did."
well.
No, they what was the fucking? Was it a Kotaku article?
Yeah.
That was just like, what
was-
was the title?
It's
of
selling
it?
really well and it's in super high demand, so it only makes sense that they stop making
So
it.
yeah, exactly. Like Kotaku knows. They're like, well, they're done with these.
Maybe it's gonna have like the Super Nintendo for the Mini is gonna have NES Mini capabilities on it.
You can already
Yeah.
buy the
At that
fucking.
At that point, it's just a fucking emulator in a box, dude.
I think that's
Well,
what it
all
is
you're
anyway,
buying.
isn't it?
There's I forget what it's called, but it's $100, and it plays essentially every cartridge game that's ever
A
existed.
Hypercon Retron.
There we go. Yeah, and it plays like fucking your Game Boy games, your advanced
Say
games.
that 5
your
times faster. Now
NES,
go.
fucking-
No.
Say it 5 times fast.
Do it, Peter. Go.
Hypercon Retron. No.
Yeah, fucking Omicron Game Sphere or whatever. Yeah.
The Omicron Game Sphere. Yes.
I think that fucking Nintendo. I don't want to buy the product because I don't trust their product, because I know that recently they've been found out that some of the retro games that they've been sending out on like that you can buy on like your Wii U or you can buy on the 3DS are fucking being pulled from emulator websites.
What?
Nintendo's downloading
No
their
fucking
own
way.
game, 100%, because there was a string.
Because
and one-
GameStop or
and
fucking.
there was a Super Nintendo. Someone was playing Super Nintendo or some Super Nintendo game. I think it might have been just Mario Brothers 3.
On the new NES
On,
Mini,
on
whatever?
the emulator on the fucking
Oh,
3DS. Okay, so they're playing on the 3DS, and someone decided to go ahead and open that file to see what it is, and there's a string of code that was given to it by the guy who made the emulation from the original version.
Somebody
It's-
like decompiled the fucking thing and found the same code.
found the same code that it's a telltale code that says it was made by that emulator.
Ugh.
Because I'm sure, right? So Nintendo's doesn't have the money to save all their games. So
They should have it in an archive
They just have
somewhere.
it in an archive somewhere. I know, but they just download it off of some fucking website, like,
Or you just take the source code, fucking.
and now
oh
they're
my
selling
God.
it to people.
They had 'em
That's-
all-
That's a problem.
they had them all freaking saved on floppy disks or something, and then they realized
Yeah,
that's not.
I guarantee you, like, how do we get back at these people emulating? And then someone was like, "Here's an idea. Why don't we steal the emulation, and sell it back to them?"
Take that.
Haha, fuck you. And people bought it, which is great.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, really, like, if the guy who did the emulator stole it from Nintendo in the first place, and then they resold it, it is kind of just like a fuck you to that guy. Because
Pretty
there's nothing you
much.
can do about it.
he doesn't. But he doesn't make any money off. Of
I know,
it.
but it's like, we just stole it back, so fuck you.
people are still gonna emulate it.
Unless they were just lazy, like, the archives are like all the way on the like first floor, and I work on the 30th. Like, I'm just gonna download a fucking ROM.
Some dude sitting there, he's like, I could take the elevator all the way up
I'm
there,
gonna talk to that bitch Mandy in archives. God.
or I could just steal this from some dude.
You can't type and talk at the
And
same
move
time,
on.
can you?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Multitasking.
Well, I was thinking about what I was trying to type because I hadn't decided what I was typing quite yet,
you were just you could have just pretended it would have had the
and
same
then I made a
effect.
decision. Like, well, no, I was trying to move on. I was trying to move on with what I was typing, but I couldn't figure out what I wanted to type. So I was like, it's gonna take me a second to figure this out. So my brain was thinking like 3 different directions, right?
Sounds like it was only one direction. And you couldn't handle it.
Hey, I need your negativity, all right?
It's not negativity. We're just pointing out The design
Negativity.
the design flaws in your character.
So you're saying God is not perfect.
All right, what's a good
I didn't
side
say
topic real quick? This came up my brain the other day. I wanted to ask you guys because I was playing through Borderlands again. Just 'cause it's awesome.
Which,
Well,
the
that's
first
two.
one?
Not two.
Okay.
So I'm always through it again. But Tiny Tina DLC we've talked about a bunch is awesome.
Yep.
So what do you guys think is your favorite DLC for a game, like best ever? Because DLC is usually pretty garbage. But
Fucking Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
the zombies,
Yeah, because it not only was a DLC, it was standalone,
yeah,
which is perfect.
that was awesome. What about you, Brandon?
Bye, Darth Macias. You have a good night. Bye, have a wonderful time.
God, I don't even know.
XCOM DLC. Any XCOM DLC also because it's perfectly integrated within the game.
XCOM's Long War was
That's
fucking
not DLC.
really good. I mean, it was a
It's
mod,
a mod, it's not DLC.
but it was basically DLC. It was like it extended the game like 100 hours.
Was it made by like the?
The only reason it extended the game by 100 hours is because it made the game longer.
Yeah, it's called Long War.
Was it made by the company though?
No.
No.
That's fair. I really liked back in the day. Age of Empires did the like Arctic DLC. That was cool. We had like snow maps and stuff. That was like a whole new thing.
A few of the Star Wars Old Republic ones were pretty sweet.
Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun Firestorm was awesome. Had a lot of stuff that needed to be.
Trying to think of like what was the one that like really wowed me, but like
Oh, dude, fucking Battlefield 3 Armored Shield.
nice.
Those fucking maps, the tanks, everything, fucking amazing.
I didn't even get to play those. I played the
those
last
maps are
DLC I finished Battlefield 3 on was when they did like the OG maps.
Oh yeah, right
Whatever.
after. Yeah,
Was it after that or?
No, this was like it was that one. Then it was like nighttime maps, and no, it was that one. Some other assault because you talk about Battlefield 3 Second Assault,
Yeah, that's the one. Last one
and
I
then
played.
there was another one after that, and I can't remember what it was, which was it added like close quarters,
Okay.
and then after that it was a
I never
shield,
played those.
armored shield, or I think it was called Armored Kill. I think it was, which added like the fucking tank deathmatch modes. But I had this one fucking match, which was, I think it was called Armor Shield or Armored Kill. I can't remember, but the map was fucking my favorite map. I also added the Alborz Mountains, which was one of the greatest fucking maps that has ever existed in all of Battlefield ever, because you had the Russians started up at a fucking glacier behind a hill, and then they went up into these fucking peaky mountains, and then came down into a valley with a lake, and it was just huge. And I remember playing that with Zach, and Zach and I were in the F-18s on that map, flying in formation, fucking annihilated everything. We were untouchable.
Dude, I cannot fly to save my life in that game. I'm a fucking pilot.
Which
I can't
game?
fucking fly in Battlefield. Like I just die. Like
You just gotta know how to die. It's because you don't play enough combat simulators. You actually prefer to sit down and fly the long distances, which I'm not saying it's bad because you know I do the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I just like get in the fucking thing in like 2 seconds. Like, dude, guys behind me. Like, how the fuck did you even see me? Like, I'm a speck on the fucking map, on your windshield. But nope, he's right behind me.
I never really liked the Fallout
Fallout 3
3 or
DLC.
Fallout 4 DLC because I never played the Fallout 3 DLC.
I
Dude,
played
you
new Fallout
freak
4
out about the
DLC.
most annoying things with airplanes, though. I hate if you're ever with Peter, don't ever get into an airplane in a game ever, because he'll bitch about everything.
Like
He'll
when?
be
But tell me
he'll
one.
be like, dude, I was playing Just Cause.
That's not how elevators
Okay,
work.
Just Cause is retarded.
I was playing Just Cause.
I saw you spin that car on the fucking
No,
like.
first off, none of those fucking games are gonna have realistic.
I wasn't
No,
trying
no,
to
no, no.
quote.
So-
Can't have a realistic flight model on the fucking
no.
console.
I
So I
wasn't
get
trying to
into Just
fucking-
Cause, and I'm at like an military
I think the one that probably
base.
stands out, I think that we played together was War Thunder.
No. So I was at a military base, right? And
That
Peter's
has
like,
a realistic mode.
he's
in
like,
it.
I
does.
can't believe that's how they have their runways set up. And I'm like, what do
Oh,
you mean?
no,
and he's
that's
like,
right.
that's not how runways are set up in real life. And I'm like,
Okay, because that's not a
Because-
hard fact to fucking figure
because
out.
they don't give a shit. They built it. And
Okay.
he's like, well, they have letters on their runways, and they don't use letters in real life. And I'm like, you know who doesn't
Okay, they
fucking
didn't
know
even
that?
try though.
People who aren't pilots. Like, I don't give a shit if it says fucking like.
So not a hard fact to do
fuck,
research
dude,
on.
DCS with an Xbox controller. Please tell me you don't actually do that, Darth Diddy. That's fucking sacrilegious.
Josh, the numbers on the runway, what do they mean?
It's the direction.
Exactly. In Just Cause,
heading,
it's
the
like
heading.
all the runways are just like
A1.
There's
A,
no, other
B,
letters on a
one.
fucking
Yeah.
compass.
No.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
yeah, there are.
Got you. You're wrong. Fuck you.
But like,
it's just like runway A or runway A1 or like what the fuck does that mean? And they're
Good
all the
job, Jeffrey.
same,
I
so it
appreciate
doesn't
it.
have any meaning.
But you know what?
It just fucking blows
You
my
know
mind.
what though? It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to sit there and fucking nitpick at it and be
But
like,
you could, like-
"Oh, I'm a pilot.
Okay, but
is
if you're
this fucking? Can I actually fly a fucking plane away from here? No, it doesn't matter because people aren't actually using it for directions.
I got
It's there
you.
to look pretty to people's
got you,
eyes
but the
who
point
don't know
is-
how to fucking fly a
The
plane.
point is, if
point
you want to
is-
have less, if you want to make your world a little bit more believable, just put fucking numbers.
Okay,
If you're
because
doing
Just Cause
research-
is a believable world.
That's not the point, though. The
Yes.
point is, if you're doing research in a game,
See,
or
I just
if
shit
you
like
looked
that all
at
the
an
time.
airport, if you just looked at one airport,
Yeah.
you would not have done that.
Okay, because that's what they spent their time doing.
You can fucking
You
look
don't
up
have time to, like,
you
Google
can look
Map
up
an airport?
aerodrome maps on Google for free. Like
Yeah,
you
so
Okay,
like 1
yeah.
second, they didn't have time to do that.
No, they
Like,
didn't.
That wasn't that much effort
No.
from the game.
Because, they also went, is it realistic that I can connect two things with fucking, like, this
grappling cable?
grappling cable and then fucking launch a cow into the air and fucking attach a bomb to it that's going to explode in the air? Like, yeah, you could probably really
Number
do that.
one,
But did
yes,
they
you
check
can
that
you
in
can
real
do
life?
all of that in real life.
But did they check that? Did they go out into the real world with grappling cables and shoot them at cows and attach them to
Well,
buildings
obviously
and go
not,
launching
because I
them through
couldn't
the
look up
sky?
Google Maps.
That's unethical. And you know what else is unethical? Putting letters on runways.
All I'm saying,
One of
that
those two is an easy fix.
don't just if there's an airplane in a game, don't let Peter see you play
out.
it.
I feel like it was a really obvious dumb mistake. that
You
I
were like
pointed out.
super. You were like offended by it.
Yeah,
you were
'cause it
like,
was, like, shitty.
why would they have done this? And I'm like, because
I'd be like,
there's 3 people in the world who would notice it, Peter,
Okay.
and you're fucking one of them.
okay, let's be like playing. Let's say you're playing a fucking shooter, and
Yeah.
the guy like takes bullets and puts them like in the fucking front of it. Like,
Here's
you'd be like, what the fuck?
You
That's
know
how
what-
guns work.
Arma.
Like,
Hey, Arma.
Yep.
All right. The numbers on the runway
Mhm.
actually apply to the heading in the game.
Okay, because that
You can
game
pull the
that game
bearings.
is trying to be realistic. There's nothing. Okay, in Just Cause, I wingsuited for like 800 miles or something ridiculous. I was like #1 spot for like a good amount of time. And the amount
because
of
the game
time
hadn't
you
even come
could
out yet. To be
wingsuit-
fair, you were
That's
up
fair.
against 10 people.
And
No,
20,
a
and then 20
whole
people
lot of
play that
people.
game.
There was like a list of at least a couple hundred people.
I own
Um,
that game. Zach has it. 'Cause
yeah.
I switched it with The Witcher. Good trade. I haven't given it back. I will. I promise.
As he looks around.
Did you get
shiftily-
Witcher?
No.
You got Just Cause and gave him Witcher.
No. I gave him Just Cause. I got Witcher.
Okay.
Oh, you guys
okay,
just
that's
had
what I
a
was making
terrific
sure.
trade.
Wait, yeah, you got a good trade.
I haven't beat it. Like I haven't fucking beat
has?
The Witcher. but
Joey.
I played it. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of myself. I played it. Fuck you guys.
No, I haven't finished it yet. That game is way too deep.
Is it
I get my fucking butt in a nut when I play games that have airplanes in it and the fucking joystick configuration is for infants. Because first off, I hate flying planes with a fucking controller. It is the worst experience
Yeah,
that I
it's
could
not
ever
great.
fucking do. 'Cause you can't.
You know what hurt my brain?
But like example, when there's no like rudder control and
Mhm.
all you just need to do is there's like the two
Yeah.
bumpers don't
like,
do anything.
Like it's a fucking helicopter and
They
it
don't-
turns.
Yeah, they don't fucking do anything on the bumpers. But if they could just like, there's no rudder map that you can't do, so you can't like fucking yaw. That pisses me off. That kind of shit. And like when you can't, because I don't like consoles because you can't remap controls.
Yeah.
And so all you can do is like, do you play inverted? I'm like, well, yeah, it's a fucking joystick. I play inverted. And like,
I feel like if you get into an airplane in any game, it should always be inverted, right?
yes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when you play Star Wars Battlefront, it's not.
Ugh.
And like I got in it and crashed twice in a row because I couldn't like I even like
No,
the first
I
time I did it, I
Hate
like
those controls.
the
They're
first
so
time I did
fucking-
it, I like got into it and I like crashed and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get this plane
You know-
again. I'm
you
gonna
know
remember
you
it's
fucked up-
not inverted. And then I got in it just
You know you fucked
Fuck.
up a game when you fucked up your game when your X-wing controls are worse than a fucking cheat code X-wing from a game that was made 10 years ago. I played a game called fucking Secret Weapons over Normandy, or I think it was Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe, which was a recreation of an old fucking big ass floppy disk game that I had. My first flight simulator actually when I was a kid, and you could fucking you could sit there and do a cheat code where you can get a TIE fighter and X-wing, and you can just sit there because it's LucasArts, right?
Yeah.
And you can just sit there and shoot fucking old school. Like I'm fucking taking out Nazi Germany in an X-wing. It's
Yes.
badass, you know. Like
Terrific.
That's how I'm playing. Those controls, fucking great.
He's got a good point. That always pisses me off. That Battlefield, I think it was 3, wouldn't let you switch between helicopters. You don't fly inverted. You fly normal.
Which
'Cause
makes
you push
sense.
down,
Yeah.
you go forward.
Yeah.
But if you put it that way, then planes went the other way. So then I get into a plane, I just fucking crash. So I'd have to always like switch it back.
The
every time.
helicopter controls on console are ridiculous. They're complex enough when you try to play a simulator, like let alone dumbing them down to a point where like you can't control basically, like you can't even fucking auto rotate, which is like super necessary in things like Battlefield, where like you have to and get down.
You can't even hover. You can't just leave it at a hover. You can just fucking like and just fall. Bang.
They're too touchy. Yeah.
I don't know where we got onto the.
I don't know.
Oh, Peter
DLC.
is ridiculous about airplanes. Don't fly airplanes near Peter, unless you're flying a simulator.
Fair.
And you're Josh, because he's one of the 3 people who, does simulators. Him, Peter, and the guy who makes them. Those are the 3.
And Darth Diddy.
Oh,
by the way.
and Darth. Okay, Darth Diddy apparently makes them.
We still need to like do like simulated stream one day.
We were talking about doing a simulator stream. I was thinking that maybe you could fucking get over yourself and play DCS Worlds with me, and we can
Both.
dogfight.
God. Peter,
What is DCS?
noob.
Digital combat simulator. It's
Yeah.
a flight simulator for airplanes. Pretty
I'll
good.
try it.
It's
You
pretty
don't even
good.
know, so you don't even care.
You didn't even know what it was.
It's like you don't.
I was one of those stupid
Don't
assholes
tell
that
me. Don't.
paid
alright.
$60 to get into fucking DCS World 2 beta, and I don't know. I don't forgot how it worked, so I can't play it anymore. So
Peter.
I have to go find the files. I don't know where to get the fucking files from anyway.
Gosh, it's like you don't even care about planes.
Get on the Phoenix 104th. I will 100% think about doing that. I've always wanted to play with other people. I've never played DCS with other people.
God, Peter.
It's not like War Thunder, is it? Because that game fucking pisses me the fuck off.
No,
Peter
it's not like
sucks at
fucking
it.
War Thunder. It's a
Alright.
fucking combat flight simulator. It's
God,
not a
Peter.
fucking arcade game with World War II shit.
The game fucking
God,
drives me
Peter.
nuts.
It's like you don't even care
Why?
about airplanes.
You don't like old school airplanes?
No, just the
'cause he's
people in
bad
it,
at
and
it.
then like the fucking like you can either go ultra realistic, and then there's not enough buttons in front of me. Like I need like 3 keyboards to map all the buttons, and then you just don't have a real chance at actually fighting because everyone else is like on a controller, just like killing me.
I mean,
So-
if you're playing on realistic, other people are also playing on realistic. It's not like you're playing on realistic and someone's on arcade and is just fucking flying circles around these fucking.
Well, you can change it
curves.
to realistic, even in like an normal match.
Oh yeah, okay. You're talking about the control scheme.
Yeah.
I thought there's an actual game mode. Where
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
fucking HUD. You have like all your oil pressures and shit like
I
that.
might
and
not hate
everyone
that, but I
can
haven't tried it. But I usually just try the
I
normal.
might not hate that, but I haven't played that, so fuck you, Josh. You're just wrong. About time at the end of our show, you guys, but we got to do our developer shout out.
Developer shout out. We appreciate your hard work.
I thought you were gonna commit to not singing.
I like how he stared at him the whole time, like made eye contact.
Yeah,
That was
he-
cute.
he just, like, I wasn't singing it as soon as you looked at me. I was like, I'm like singing.
We just
Darth Diddy,
Get
real
you do it
quick,
once
does the
and watch
Phoenix
play it on
104th, does that require an application or is it just something you can jump in on? And you guys have a TeamSpeak.
oh my god, TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak is really great, especially in Armor when you put in Task Force Arrowhead, which actually adds. Developer shout out, what's up?
Developer shout out. Right? Our developer is Yasunori Ichinos.
Itchy. No, it's not.
ICHINOSE.
Does it have a pronunciation on there? Come on now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the
feel like he's-
pronunciation in there.
Being mean to the guy.
Oh, shit, his name is fucking Yachinori Itchy Nose.
Yeah, I told you. Like, that's the dude's fucking name. ICHINOSE.
Yachio. It's Yasunori.
How do you spell it?
Yasu
Nori?
Nori. Itchy Nose.
Just be giving the guy props here, not making.
ICHINOSE.
Keep going. I'm gonna
It's
find.
probably,
I'm
it's
gonna
probably
find a pronunciation.
Ichinose.
I'm sorry. Either way, he is the game designer
For Monster Hunter.
for Monster Hunter. He is. So I actually picked him because I got you all riled up in the beginning.
Yeah, I did get wild up. I
Um,
got real mad about esports. They're not fucking
Alright.
sports. That's just the moral of my story.
Once
I
again,
screamed at you about a bunch of other stupid shit that I don't even recall.
It's fair. I mean, okay, really, at
I
the
just
end
get
of the
mad. I
day,
get mad about stuff.
half the time we don't even show it on. You and I are always arguing about the most ridiculous shit. Him and I went on like a 2-week argument, which was better, red or blue. And the colors were assigned to us. We didn't even pick the colors we
Yeah,
wanted.
I have no fucking opinion on that. We literally debated it for like 2 fucking weeks,
Yeah,
red versus
like,
blue.
Every day. It was
Clearly, red was the winner.
Yeah, he actually did win because of that fucking sweet video you sent me with the dude painting everything red.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Absolutely terrific. But this guy here, he was the game designer for Monster Hunter. He also worked on different games like Capcom versus SNK, Street Fighter #3, Resident Evil Outbreak, Outbreak File #2. Basically a slew of different games for Capcom. The game designer for any Monster Hunter game is like pretty fucking sweet.
The game design for Monster Hunter it's simple and as complex as you need it to be.
Yep.
And that's what I love about that game is the more and more you play it, the more and more complex it gets, but the learning curve is directly related to your personal learning. It's a lot like the Dark Souls.
That's his name.
Sai-Tai fan.
It's apparently how you pronounce it. Sai-Tai fan. It translates. But he chose his English name, apparently.
There's no T.
That's fucking Chinese, dog.
Yeah, that's just
Okay.
incorrect.
Well, you know what?
First off, it's Japanese.
That's Google's fault, not mine.
Yeah.
That's because you probably put it in the Chinese characters of his fucking name into Google.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Seda.
What the fuck?
he is first a Japanese man. Okay, get this right.
No, don't take that first part. That's a different.
Why would they put like that
Because
part there?
that's one kind of way. That's probably how he writes his name, and the other one's a different script. They have like 50 fucking things.
God.
Ichinosuke
Oops.
Yori.
That's one character, huh?
That's one character. Peter's still over there trying to figure this out.
Wait, they're gonna pronounce it for us.
Go for it. Go again.
It's Itchy
Thanks,
Nose.
fucking
It's
Itchy Nose.
Itchy Nose. I told you. Don't fucking try and tear me down, Peter. His name is Itchy Nose, okay?
But yeah, Monster Hunter. Fucking fantastic game. If you have a 3DS, I highly suggest getting it. It's simple.
I give Josh a lot of shit for Monster Hunter, but actually it's a terrific game. It's one of the first games I got for my 3DS.
Single-handedly keeping Capcom afloat at this moment in time.
Absolutely fantastic.
I
Like
tried, it was
you
too
said,
hard.
it's as simple or as
did you just
basic
fucking say?
as you want it to be.
So it was too hard.
It's too hard.
Yo, Harambe, back from the dead.
God, it's too hard.
They just came in right at the end
Man,
of
it's
the
pretty-
show.
Bam,
11:06.
popped in. What's up? And you guys, you know what? Because you guys are here, we're done. I don't even want to hang out with you guys anymore.
Bye.
I've never played Tokuden. Or Tokiden. No, I've never seen that.
Tokiden? It's Tokiden. That's how you say it.
I've never played it. Is it good?
I remember Tokiden 1.
I should look it
Fucking
up.
forever.
I'll look it up on your recommendation, Josh Fitty.
Hey, you guys. Thank you
Diddy.
so much for
I don't
hanging
know why
out
I
with
called
us.
you Fitty. 'Cause three
If
T- oh.
you enjoyed this or you popped in, at the very end, make sure you come and hang out with us next week at 10 o'clock and not 11 o'clock.
Oh, that sounds badass.
Hang out with us. Come have some fun, you guys. We're always here to be absolutely ridiculous and stupid and argue and agree and really just do whatever the hell we want for an hour.
Yep. And you can catch us up on the next episode when we compare dick sizes.